The Shih Tzu looks like the perfect apartment dog, small, sweet, calm, almost like a little plush toy for the sofa. But here's the catch. This is not a low-maintenance dog, and many owners only discover later that the biggest challenge is not the walk, but grooming, being left alone, and health management. So, does a Shih Tzu really fit you, your family, and your lifestyle? In a moment, I'll tell you honestly who this breed can be a great match for and for whom it may simply be the wrong choice. Calmly, clearly, and without sugarcoating. Is a Shih Tzu a dog for an apartment? Yes, a Shih Tzu can be a very good apartment dog, but only under several important conditions. This is a small, companion-oriented breed, usually moderately active and strongly bonded to its people. If you want a dog that enjoys being close to the family, adapts well to city life, and does not require a highly athletic lifestyle, a Shih Tzu can be a very sensible choice. But, and this is a big but, this dog needs regular coat care, separation training, and a sensible approach to health. It is not the right breed for someone looking for a dog that is easy, cheap, and maintenance-free. The most important part comes later in the section on costs and grooming, because that is where the fairy tale of the small, easy dog often ends. For whom is this breed a good choice? The Shih Tzu is a good choice for someone who wants a small companion dog, not a sporting or working partner. If you are the kind of person who enjoys calm walks, works partly from home, wants a dog close by, and does not mind regular coat maintenance, this breed can make a lot of sense. It can also suit families with children, but only when children understand that a dog is not a toy. A Shih Tzu can be affectionate, cheerful, and very family-oriented, but it needs gentle handling. This can also be a good breed for seniors or people living in apartments, provided the dog is not left alone all day. The ideal Shih Tzu owner is patient, predictable, and ready for routine. Which is walks, brushing, house training, calm boundaries, and regular visits to a professional groomer. How the analyses from this section affected the ratings. Couch Potato Index 5 out of 5. Patience with Children 4 out of 5. Turbo Energy Scale 4 out of 5. For whom would this breed not be a good choice? A Shih Tzu is not a good choice for someone who says, I want a small dog because small dogs are less work. In this case, there can be quite a lot of work, just of a different kind. It is also not the best breed for someone who is away from home for 9 to 10 hours a day and has no plan for a midday walk, pet care, or gradual separation training. Trap number 1. Buying a Shih Tzu as a plush toy for a child. Trap number 2. Assuming that a small dog does not need training. Trap number 3. Postponing brushing until mats and tangles appear. Trap number 4. Allowing the dog to demand food, attention, and being carried because it's so cute. This is not a breed for someone who does not want to pay for grooming, does not accept the health risks linked to brachycephalic breeds, or expects a dog that will raise itself. How the analyses from this section affected the ratings. Self-Entertainment Index 2 out of 5. Honor Scale 2 out of 5. Grooming Salon Scale 1 out of 5. Activity and daily needs. A Shih Tzu does not need marathons, but it does need a normal canine life. Realistically, I would aim for around 40 to 60 minutes of activity per day, divided into several shorter walks. Add some sniffing, indoor play, simple tricks, a snuffle mat, or treat searching games. It does not have to be intense, but it does need to be regular. A good typical day? In the morning, a short walk for toileting and some sniffing. During the day, calm presence near the owner. In the afternoon, a longer walk. And in the evening, a short play session or simple nosework activity. No extremes, but a clear daily rhythm. Time for a mini quiz. Let's check if you're still paying attention. Do you know what does the name Shih Tzu mean? The name means lion dog. They have been very popular some time ago in Chinese palaces. But let's leave the history aside. How the analyses from this section affected the ratings. Couch potato index 5 out of 5. Yes to the sofa, but after a walk. Turbo energy scale 4 out of 5. The breed's energy is fairly easy to manage. Apartment, house, and solitude. The Shih Tzu usually adapts very well to apartment living. This is one of those breeds where square footage matters less than human presence, daily structure, and regular walks. Living in a block of flats is not a problem, provided the dog does not bark at every sound in the hallway and gets proper outdoor time. A garden? Nice to have, but not a solution. A common wrong assumption is we have a garden so the dog does not need walks. It does. A garden does not replace sniffing in new places, exposure to the outside world, and a normal walking routine. You need to be careful with solitude. An adult, properly trained Shih Tzu can usually stay home alone for around 3 to 5 hours, sometimes longer, but this is not a breed designed to spend every day alone for many hours. Hybrid work, family presence at home, or a dog walker usually work much better. How the analyses from this section affected the ratings. Apartment dweller scale 5 out of 5. A very good apartment breed. Garden myth scale 1 out of 5. A garden does not change much in real terms. Loner scale 2 out of 5. Solitude requires training and a realistic plan. Children and other animals. A Shih Tzu can be a lovely family dog, but it is not an automatic babysitter. This is a small dog that can easily be frightened or accidentally hurt. The rule is simple. Children should not carry the dog like a toy, pull its coat, disturb it while eating, or enter its bed or resting area. An adult should always supervise interactions, especially with younger children. With other dogs, Shih Tzus usually have good potential if they have been properly socialized from the beginning. They are not typically conflict-seeking dogs, but they can develop bad habits if the owner allows barking, lunging, or bossy behavior on the lead. With cats, they can often coexist well, because this is not a breed with a particularly strong prey drive. Still, calm introductions and controlled first interactions are essential. How the analyses from this section affected the ratings. Patience with children 4 out of 5. Good potential but not without rules. Dog diplomat 4 out of 5. Usually gets along well with other dogs. Cat tolerant 4 out of 5. Often capable of living with cats when introduced properly. Grooming health and costs. The bowl does not fill itself. If you enjoy our movies, please donate. You will find the donation link in the description and the pinned comment. This needs to be said clearly. The Shih Tzu is a small dog, but not necessarily a cheap or easy dog to maintain. Its coat requires regular work. With a shorter pet trim, brushing is usually needed 2 to 4 times per week, with a longer coat, ideally every day. A professional groomer is usually needed every 6 to 8 weeks. Must-have tools include a soft slicker brush, a metal comb, a detangling spray, a gentle dog shampoo, eye area cleaning products, and well-fitted harnesses. All our recommendations for the basic Shih Tzu kit can be found in the video description and the pinned comment under the video. Remember that when you buy from the stores we recommend, you pay the same, but support our channel. From a health perspective, pay attention mainly to breathing, overheating, eyes, teeth, skin, ears, the spine, and potential kidney issues. We are not panicking, but we are observing. Noisy breathing, shortness of breath, eye problems, or recurring infections should not be ignored. Approximate monthly cost $95 to $220 USD. This includes food at around 30 to 60 USD, preventive veterinary care at 20 to 40 USD, an emergency veterinary reserve of 25 to 70 USD, and averaged grooming costs of 30 to 50 USD. Expert tip: teach handling from puppyhood, touching the muzzle, paws, and coat brushing. Second tip: do not cut corners on dental and eye checks. In a moment, we'll sum up whether this whole package actually makes sense for you. How the analyses from this section affected the ratings. For in the home, 4 out of 5. Not much loose hair around the house, but a lot of coat maintenance. Grooming salon, 1 out of 5. Grooming is demanding. Veterinary risk, 2 out of 5. The breed carries notable health risks. Owner's wallet, 2 out of 5. Small dog, but the costs can still be noticeable. Final assessment. My verdict is this. Shih Tzu, yes. If you want a small, affectionate apartment dog and you are ready for grooming, closeness, and realistic costs. Probably not if you are looking for a low-maintenance, inexpensive, robust, and independent dog. In our Family Couch Companion Index, the Shih Tzu scored around 3.5 out of 5. That is a strong result for a family and apartment companion dog, but reduced by grooming, health considerations, and difficulty with being left alone. In a low-maintenance scale, it scored only around 2 out of 5, because this is where the truth comes out. Easy in size does not mean easy in daily management. If you have time, enjoy a calmer lifestyle, accept regular grooming, and treat your dog as a family member rather than a sofa decoration. The Shih Tzu can be excellent. But if you want a dog that will simply be there without much work, it is better to keep looking. Similar breeds to consider. If you like the Shih Tzu but want to compare similar breeds, I would start with the Lhasa Apso. It is the closest in overall type and appearance, but often more independent and more alert. It may be better for someone who likes small dogs with a stronger, more self-contained character. The second option is the Havanese. Also small, family-friendly, and well-suited to apartment life, but often more lively, cheerful, and eager to cooperate. For many families, it may be a more interactive alternative. The third breed is the Maltese. Similar in size, similar in its companion dog function, and also demanding in terms of coat care. It can be a good fit for people who want a very small, delicate companion dog, but care must be taken to avoid overindulgence and excessive barking. If the Shih Tzu feels like a bit too much grooming or not quite enough energy for your lifestyle, make sure to watch our video about the Havanese. You'll find a link on the end screen when the production is ready. Don't forget, click subscribe and like before YouTube decides you don't like cool stuff. If this helped, subscribe and keep the good stuff coming.